What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are test driving a 2023 Mazda CX-5 Select package. Very nice car to drive. As with pretty much all modern Mazdas, above average handling for the class, decent steering feel. The ride is certainly not uncomfortable, but it does trend a little bit closer to the sporty side of things as opposed to the smooth side of things, which for my particular tastes is very good. If you're looking for the smoothest possible ride in the class, I would point you potentially elsewhere because this doesn't necessarily have it. But like I said, it's nowhere near uncomfortable, and it does give you a little bit better road feel. So it's not really a complaint, it's just an observation. Refinement is pretty decent. Let's see, that's 70 miles an hour on a decent freeway, and somebody's off in the distance with a booming exhaust on a Nissan 370Z. So that may actually be picking up on the camera. That's not this car's fault. But decent. You do get a little bit of tire noise. Wind noise is there, but under control. This is the 191 horsepower 2.5 liter engine. Realistically, this has totally adequate power. The CX-30 is available with a turbo, a 250 horsepower turbo 2.5 liter. If a friend of mine was asking my opinion on this car, I would probably say the turbo's not strictly necessary. If you have a very heavy foot, if you're accustomed to a vehicle with a higher level of acceleration, then it might be worth a look. But I mean, let's be honest, if you're really looking for a sports car, you're probably not looking at a CX-30 because, you know, there's other options. But if you need a teeny tiny SUV and you want something fast, that might be one of the fastest ones in the class, so it's certainly worth a look. But I think not necessary. I think for my money, the regular 2.5 would do just fine. It has plenty of oomph to get on the freeway, keep up with traffic, feels fine around town. There's no real point to me in spending the extra money and the extra fuel to get the bigger engine, or I should say the more powerful engine. I always think of turbo engines as bigger because of the old Formula One rule where if it had a turbo, they multiplied displacement by 1.4. So by that logic, the 2.5 liter turbo is, let's see, 250 cc. It's a 3 liter engine. It's bigger. No, I got that wrong. 3.5. Anyway, let's take it on a little bit of a twistier road. On to a slightly twistier road, and this is where the Mazda shines a little bit more brightly. Definitely above average handling for the class on these cars. My only real criticism dynamically of any of the new Mazdas that I've driven, and it is a minor criticism at best, is I drive so many different new cars, and the 6-speed automatic in these does end up feeling a little bit dated. Not that it doesn't do its job well, because it certainly does. It's smooth, doesn't really hunt for gears, it's pretty much always in the right gear. It just, the engine revs out a little bit longer than I'm used to, and I notice it, you know. You got a lot of new cars with 8-speed transmissions, 10-speed transmissions, CVTs that give a little bit wider drive ratio. So you do notice that. But with that being said, the car functions fine. Oh, there's my automatic windshield wipers. Oh, I might have forgotten to mention that in the review I did. I will put a Link to the full review I did on this car in the description. This car is fantastic value for the money. I think this one's $26,600 and change is the MSRP on it for the 2.5S Select package. And the equipment you get in this class for a 2023 model is really fantastic. Really, really good value for money. Very likable car. I think it looks nice. I think it drives nice. I think Mazda right now they're definitely a smaller player. They're scrappy. They're an independent car company. I like the fact that they do things their own way. Their cars are a little bit unique. Maybe sometimes to their detriment. You know, the Mazdas are typically a little bit small for the class. I think that there's benefits to that as far as styling and possibly driving dynamics because they're not large, unwieldy vehicles. But if somebody's looking at it from a practicality perspective, it might cause them to make another choice. You know, they don't utilize touchscreens. You got to use the little knob like a BMW iDrive. Even BMW doesn't want people to use iDrive anymore. Things like that. But they're doing it their own way, and they're making a really high quality product, and it's a product that is going to appeal to not everyone, but I think enough people that they can make this work. And I see a lot of Mazdas around here in Southern California. I feel like imports in general are more popular here than maybe in other parts of the country. You know, if I was in Sheboygan, I don't know that I would see very many Mazdas on the street, but then again, I've never been to Sheboygan, so maybe they love them up there. I couldn't say. But I do really like this car. I like driving it. I like the little bit of starch in the suspension. And it's a car that just feels great to drive. Tried to turn it around, well, just get stuck behind another truck, baby. Boo. So that's pretty much what I have to say about test driving the old Mazda CX-30. Really nice car to drive. Not the biggest or the smoothest in the class, but definitely a contender for best handling and coolest looking. So it's got all that going for it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching my video, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, you're gonna get out of my way. That's so adorable. Oh, you're not actually. Okay.